Monsterup just posted the 63rd episode of the Zombieverse some few hours ago, guys, which as well had the comeback of one of the series' strongest and long-awaited Titans. Yeah, and besides this great reintroduction, there were really a lot of epic moments and turns of events in the episode, which have left some important questions to be answered, actually. So, can we say that's the end for the energized TV man, despite being showcased as one of the main characters of this second act? What was it with the Titan cameraman's comeback and unusual behavior that Monsterup was trying to talk about here? And most importantly, what's the 63rd episode really all about? But before we go on, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and now let's get into the very fun part of the show. The episode kicked off with the little cyborg first seen in episode 61, who was believed to not just be an ordinary robot, but one being controlled by the consciousness of Calvin, who was lost in the last episode of the first act. Okay, the Astro Titan cameraman would be seen jumping into this same location right now as well, and this time around it's obvious bro wasn't playing at all, but we'll get to that in a bit. However, his appearance was so enticing that it got the energized TV man's attention for a while. Yeah, and not gonna lie, the Titan's upgrade was freaking insane right now though. Anyways, the next scene was the Alliance cyborg releasing gunshots at the Titan, but the cyborg would soon realize what he's up against, as the bullets were not really effective on the latter. And to avoid a story that touches the heart, the energized TV man quickly tells the cyborg to run away, that he'll find a way to distract the Titan. However, it's quite unfortunate that before the cyborg could run some distance away from the Titan, he had already grabbed him. Yeah, I feel so sorry for this poor fellow right now, cause the Titan was all ready to finish him up. Beginning with his feet, the Titan had to make sure he crippled the cyborg instantly, and next was his arm. But the moment he was about to chop off his head, something happened. Yes, and you could tell the energized TV man was actually a good man, and couldn't just stand seeing his friend being destroyed. So he had to tell the Titan to stop and was all ready to give himself up, and not gonna lie, this guy really earned my respect right here, right now. Yeah. Anyways, the Titan immediately threw down the cyborg. The speaker adrenaline was then shown for some seconds. Yes, it seems man is getting himself really better now. However, the speaker marauders immediately approached the energized TV man with their guns straight up, pointing toward him. And just when they got really close, an infected mutant was spotted some distance away, who immediately released something like a fog, which covered everywhere instantly. And before they could know it, another mutant had joined in the battle, launching his first attack, but the Astro Titan cameraman was smart enough to evade the shot. But soon, the mutant would still attack the Titan from the back and knock him completely to the ground. And at this moment, I noticed something very important though. Yeah, cause taking a closer look at this very mutant right here now, he looks so much like the infected Jackson skibidi in episode 11 that the G-toilet completely destroyed back then. So should we say man is back or something? Or what could have happened actually? Well, anything you think about this theory, let me know in the comments below. Okay, and going back to where we stopped, the infected mutant would once again be seen rushing towards the Titan on the ground, but immediately the Titan had to defend himself by activating his arm spikes weapon, leaving the poor mutant's face completely disfigured. However, as if all of this wasn't enough, the mutant again releases a fatal blast, which the Titan had to use his energy shield to block, and immediately activated his retractable arm blade to get a little bit serious with the whole thing. Using this, the Titan was able to cut off some body parts of the mutant and afterward used his sound waves to stumble him a little. Yeah, I mean, that was insane, to be honest. Told you all, man really came prepared. However, the moment the Titan was about to put an end to the whole thing, the earlier mutant who released the fog immediately jumped on him. And while trying to see what he could do to the Titan, the Astro Titan cameraman outsmarted him and decided to show him just how insanely upgraded he had become, disconnecting his whole body parts and surrounding the mutant. And not gonna lie, this was actually one of the coolest scenes I've ever seen in this episode so far, guys. However, without much hesitation, the Titan stumbled the mutant so badly for some seconds with all of his disconnected body parts. But wait, guys, how did he do that? Could it be that he now has the sound wave attached to every part of his body? Damn, guess Monsterup is really going somewhere with this level of Titan upgrade across the fandom. And believe me when I say this version of Camera Titan might just end up being the strongest across the fandom anytime soon. Okay, guess the Titan wanted to just show off with that insane move right there. And the moment he's done getting himself back together, he immediately released a very powerful core blast. I mean, one that was strong enough to completely create a big hole in the poor mutant's skull. And to be honest, this level of destruction is honestly too wild and fun, man. Anyways, the energized TV man was then shown being held at gunpoint once again, but it seems another mutant had actually shown up in this location, cause what was seen all of a sudden was one of the speaker marauders getting picked up by his speaker head by by a very long tail of a mutant octopus or something. While the energized TV man and the other speaker marauder left, went on to battle the long tail. However, the half-dead cyborg managed to save the energized TV man the moment he saw the long tail had almost overpowered him, while the other speaker marauder left was completely squeezed to death. But that was not all. Unknowingly to us, the whole thing would still completely take a tragic turn the moment the large mutant behind these deadly tails of a thing would finally show up. And even though the energized TV man tried running away for his dear life, the mutant would soon be seen effortlessly catching up with him and immediately ate him up. I mean, this is so sad right now, bro. His one leg was even cut off already. But to me, actually, I still believe the energized TV man isn't dead yet, though. Yeah, for some reasons, actually. And the Astro Titan cameraman might be seen in a very serious fight against this giant mutant in the next episode as well. So yeah, there's still a lot more to enjoy from the series. And what's that strange behavior you noticed from the Titan cameraman? Let's hear those thoughts in the comments below, and do well to check out this video on the channel to know what would happen if the OG Jimmy replaced the G-Toilet in the Monsterup series. See ya.